missed the last one. Yeah. Yeah. Choir, I knew I was. Orchestration. Taking 2 days to get orchestra one. Especially that's why I'm missing, but I have this. Yeah, yeah. You know? Yeah. 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 You got it. Tuesday, we should come on Tuesday night. Yes. Except we didn't get home till Wednesday. And I wrote the first draft of the email and I never sent it back. I know how this was started. And it, starts out with please read this stuff happens usually when we work and we're on the page and they TSA sounds here like oh God, I clearly have 40,000. Here's my license, here's my face. So we should have a wheelchair. Sometimes it's not. It was just extra 7 hours. Delta's computer didn't talk to TSA. We have TSA pre-check. We don't have any letters like this right here. Go talk to Delta. The manager prints us out. We're still not letting us. We didn't print these ourselves. The Delta guy just printed these. And stored there. All the applications that we did a good job of being efficient for these stuffs. Delta's computer is not talking to art. It's necessary. We just need more.
Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're really excited for tonight's performances. All concerts have an element of audience participation. Our part, as you'll hear, is the creation of music. Yours is the listening, the undistracted and active listening. To that end, we humbly ask you to please turn off and put away any devices, and that you remain seated while music is being made. Please refrain from exiting or entering the auditorium until an applause break. I promise there will be plenty of those. Thank you. Can't hear me. Oh. Our final and monumental piece of the evening is Carl Orff's Camino Run. Movements are listed in your program, but we understand that it may not always be clear when one movement has ended and another has begun. We invite you to suspend your disbelief and your applause until the very end. Thank you. me that I did not introduce myself earlier. Hello, I am Nikki Zell, and I have the great pleasure of being the director of Answer at Ithaca High School, and to get to say goodbye, but mostly to have spent great 4 years with our 19 seniors tonight, about whom I'm going to speak right now. We're going to go in alphabetical order. My voice is going to shake. The glistening might be a little sweat, but it might be some tears too, all right? I'm going to ask each senior to stand and remain standing while I speak about them, and then we'll applaud for you, and then you can go ahead and have a seat, all right? So we're going to start in our tuba section with Bianca Alex. Bianca will be heading to Johnson and Wales University next year for a physician assistant studies program, which is basically pre-med. And I've asked each of the seniors to impart some words of wisdom to our underclass folk and to let us know what they've gained by being a member of the IHS band. So Bianca says, for her words of wisdom, I know this is easier said than done, but try to be mindful of the fact that your worst could be someone else's best. It's more than okay to strive to get better, but taking others down while boosting yourself is not the way to go about it. And she says, I've gained an amazing community of like-minded people who not only want to play really well, but they also want to have fun. The band has given me an opportunity to make friends, music, and memories, and times when I've been stressed, sad, or just bored. I know that the band room is always a place where I can go if I desperately need help, and I feel very privileged to be able to make great music of this caliber. Bianca Alex. Next, from our saxophone section, is Emily Bellman. Emily will be headed to the Eastman School of Music next year to study violin performance. You can catch her this weekend at Ford Hall, Saturday, 4 o'clock. And she says, always be prepared for rehearsal and bring a pencil. And she says, from being part of the IHS band, I've gained a community of like-minded musicians, as well as many opportunities to expound upon my musical knowledge. Emily Bellman. In our trumpet section, we have Sarah Bellman. Sarah will be studying biology next year at the University of British Columbia. And she says, don't take things too seriously, period. She says she's gained friends and a community that she can express herself in. Sarah Bellman. Next in our flute section is Sahana Paskaran, who will be studying sociology at Wellesley College next year. And she says, nothing in high school is ever really that deep. Take things lightly. Go do whatever you want, as long as it's not illegal or mean. And she says, I think the biggest skill I've gained is being able to listen. Well, of course, that has helped me in a more technical sense with tuning and understanding how to be part of an ensemble rather than an individual player. I also think that having such an explicit focus on listening has helped me learn to hear others more. New perspectives are so valuable and important, and I now know that I can always learn if I'm willing to listen. I'm so grateful to the IHS band because of the people I've been able to meet. While of course the band has introduced me to some of my closest friends, I think I'm most sad about leaving those who I greet in passing, and those whom I have sat near for the last 3 years. There are many familiar faces around me that hold much more value for me than I realized. It is honestly quite scary to think about how after this year, many of these people will forever be past memories for me. The loss of this comfort is something that I have not yet thought about confronting, but I do understand that it's another part of growing up. I'm quite sad to leave, yet I'm relieved to hold these memories with me. Sahana. Next in our oboe section is Nathan Burkett. Nathan will be majoring in math next year at Cornell University. And he says, band introduces you to lots of new music and new people. It's each person's job to spend time with and get to know both the music and the people at a deep level. And he says, the two biggest things I've gained from being a part of the IHS band are the music and the people. Spending months getting to deeply know a few pieces of music is an experience only musicians can get. Also, spending years getting to deeply know my fellow band members is a level of community it's hard to get elsewhere. On days when I'm stressed about school stuff, band has always given me an energy boost and a space to feel new emotions through music. Thank you, Nathan. In our euphonium section, Indira Claiborne. Indira will be attending Temple University next year for theater. Now, there's a lot of exclamation points in this one, so here we go. Enjoy your time. Make friends in band. Everyone is so nice. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Be friends with Mrs. Zowell. She has your best interest in mind and will always be there for you if you need. Stay in band. You know how they say consistency is key? Well, band will be that consistency for you. It's nice to know that you have people that will stick by you in the same space almost every day for your time in high school. That's not something everyone gets, so cherish it. And she says she's gained a community that I don't think I could get anywhere else. Someone at school that I basically see as a second mom, a space I will proudly call home outside of my own. Thank you for making this such a safe space for me. You don't know how much I appreciate the band and all you've done for us. Indira. In our French horn section, Juju Crane will be attending Cornell University next year. And she says, I'm sensing a trend. Don't take things too seriously. And remember that the goal of life is to be happy, not take the most AP classes or get the most perfect grades. Also, keep trying new things because you might discover something that you are very passionate about. She says, I've gained a lot of friends and good memories. I've also gained the opportunity to create music and perform alongside dedicated and skilled musicians every day, which has been both enriching and enjoyable. Thank you, Juju. In our flute section, Naya Ernst will be attending Cornell University next year, as of yet undecided, but plans to look into studying physics and music. And she says, allow yourself to branch out. The band is full of interesting people, and you never know who you'll meet just by mustering up the courage to talk to someone across the room. In 20 years, you won't be thinking about something silly you said, but you just might be thinking about a dear friend you made one day in band. Of the many things she's gained, she says, friends from all different sections and grades I would almost certainly have not otherwise made, much less gotten a chance to speak to. A sense of purpose, and over time, confidence in myself. A serving size of sanity in the middle of every school day. A sense of belonging within a dreadfully large school. Familiarity with a comfortable number of faces in the overcrowded IHS hallways. And on some particularly difficult mornings, a reason to pull myself out of bed. Above all, incredible inspiration from my seniors and peers. Thank you, Naya. Also from our flute section, Anna Fowler will be studying at Bard College next year. And Anna says, spend time on your passions rather than what you feel pressured to do to prepare for the future. It is easy to lose sight of your interests as you focus on getting a certain grade or getting into college. Remember that these goals are not what define you, and whatever brings you happiness is what is truly important in the long run. She says, the IHS band has been a community for me throughout high school, and I have connected with so many people through our shared experiences in band. Being part of this band has not only improved my musicality, but has also grown my love for playing in musical ensembles and inspired me to continue doing so in the future. I feel a genuine sense of place within the band community, and I feel so lucky to have been able to play with such talented musicians and a wonderful conductor. Anna Fowler. Heading back to our trumpet section, Spencer Juan Geddes plans to study environmental engineering at the University of California, Davis next year. And Spencer says, set small goals frequently. You can't reach perfection overnight, so count every bit of progress as a win, and don't give up when things don't go the way you want the first time. He says, the band was a place where I could express myself freely through music and share my passion with the community. I've made so many friends with people that I would never have met without the band. Spencer. Thank you. In our clarinet section, Thomas LaFalce will be heading to Penn State next year to study nutritional sciences. And he says, while in high school, focus on doing what you want to do, whether that be clubs, taking specific classes, or doing sports. Don't just do something for a grade or for a college application. I can guarantee you that if you do what you actually like to do in high school, you will look back with no regrets. And he says, I gained a consistent community. The band community at IHS is very passionate, which actually leads to very little change in the people in band from year to year. It's really nice to go into a new year of school, be sure that most of the people in band are going to be the same people you know from the year before. Thank you, Thomas. Playing clarinet, but also a member of our saxophone section, is Esri Rubenstein Miller. Esri will be headed to Skidmore College next year, where she plans to major in environmental studies. She says, always remember that your self-worth has nothing to do with your grades, how well you play, how many APs you take, or how many colleges will admit you. You are worth so much more than all of those things. And the most important thing is to enjoy your life. Whatever you're worried about probably isn't as big of a deal as you think, and it will all work out. She says, I've become more confident and a stronger musician and person. I've learned how valuable and special it is to be fully mentally present and to really focus on the music, no matter what else is going on in my life. I have formed very special friendships that shaped my high school experience and so much more. Thank you, Esther. In our oboe section, Junyoung Sim will be attending Cornell next year to study electrical and computer engineering. And June says, don't take Ithaca for granted. As an outsider who got to settle down here, I couldn't be more grateful for the opportunities I found and the people I met. So make the best out of your surroundings while you're here. And June was very pithy and to the point when asked what he has gained. And he said, belonging. Thank you, June. In our percussion section, Max Suskin will be heading to SUNY Binghamton to study biology next year. And he says, high school can be stressful, but don't forget to enjoy your time being here along the way. Soon enough, you'll be standing where I am, and you won't want to leave with any regrets. Go join that club. Take that risk. Challenge yourself to become better, because if you don't, only you will be left to wonder what could have been. And he says, as a part of the IHS band, I've gained a better understanding of what it means to be part of a community. I've gained responsibility not only to myself, but also to my ensemble mates. And most importantly, I have gained lifelong friendships and memories I will cherish forever. Thanks, Max. Also in our percussion section, but very unfortunately unable to be here tonight, is Isaiah Tao, who will be headed next year to study business and construction. Isaiah says, in music, time is like a best friend. It's there to humble you, but it's also there to elevate you and support you. Isaiah says he's gained not only musical experience, but also a liking for playing with people. Being there to support my classmates made me have a purpose and taught me that sometimes it's best to leave space for others to shine. Thank you, Isaiah. In our flute section, Rachel Tay will be attending Cornell University to study biological engineering. And she says, smile when you're playing. And Rachel says, being a part of the IHS band has changed me. Never before did I recognize that music has such a power to bring people together. I've also learned to recognize how music can become a part of you if you let it. And that's what can bring out the beauty within. I used to be very afraid of playing for others because I always felt that my playing was inadequate. But in band, I learned that what is really necessary is to trust in those around you and do your best individually. It's about hitting the ictus on its head, a combination of everything coming together as one, instead of individuals each playing separately. Thank you, Rachel. Playing bass clarinet, we have Annalise Thompson, who will be headed to Cornell University next year, majoring in electrical engineering with a minor in robotics. And she'd also like to join Cornell's marching band because everyone needs some music in their life. And Annalise says, always have fun in band. Take the time not to worry about all your other classes for a little while. And she says, I gained a great community to look forward to and a very helpful way to reset in the middle of the school day. Thank you, Annalise. In our trumpet section, Max Teitelbaum will be headed to IC next year to study computer science. And Max says, and I quote, don't take a ton of APs. I didn't. And everybody that did said it sucks. Max says, I've gained a much better sense of community than I have in any other class throughout high school. Thanks, Max. And in our saxophone section, Crosby Woods. Crosby will be attending Middlebury College to study earth and climate sciences. And Crosby says, make time to listen to recordings of all your ensemble pieces and do so multiple times. Doing so will make rehearsals run more efficiently and will make the overall experience of learning a piece much more enjoyable. And he says, I've gained invaluable performance opportunities, exposure to a variety of musical literature, and experience of being part of an ensemble where everyone truly supports and encourages each other. Thank you, Crosby. And now it's my turn. Dearest seniors, I won't make you stand while I speak, but we'll do that in a moment. You've already shared such good advice with each other. I will add a little of my own. One of the best teachers I ever had told me that my students really wouldn't care how much I knew until they knew how much I cared. And in the time we've spent together, I hope you have felt this and known it to be true, that you are deeply, deeply cared for and about. And not just for the 45 minutes that we spend together each day, but in the bigger picture too. I hope you have felt celebrated and mothered and held accountable, and that you've found a place where you could be your authentic self. And in addition to what you've learned about music, I hope you've also learned a few things through music that you'll take with you. Work hard. You've come a long way on the instrument you're holding right now, and you got there with determination, trial and error, and perseverance. You improved one day at a time, and look at what you've accomplished. Approach all your endeavors with this work ethic. Have fun. Remember why you began to play an instrument? It was fun. Yes, even during Zoom band, and even during 12-foot apart band, and band with masks and bell covers. I hope that music will always be a source of joy in your life. Share it with others as you have over the past several years and create lasting relationships. Be brave. Play out, be confident. You will make mistakes, but well-intentioned mistakes are not a cause for shame. They're a source of learning and of growth. Be vulnerable. There have been times when I've asked you to play very sensitively, tenderly. It is important to have pure, transparent moments with others. This does not make you weak. This makes you human. Maintain balance. We've talked about balance daily. The balanced pyramid of our sound is a concept I know you will remember. Balance is also your life's work, and it is something for which you should always strive. Remember to breathe. There is a sign in our room that says, air fixes everything. And you know this to be true while playing your instrument. Well, it's true in life also. Take time to breathe. It will help you center, focus, and connect. And in case you've seen the signs in our room so many times that you barely notice them anymore, on all days and in all ways, be excellent to each other. Seniors, will you please stand? the class of 2024. We're going to send you out with some music because we've talked enough, haven't we? Give us 1 second.
Before we play our last song, we'd like to share a message to the wonderful Mrs. Owl. Dear Mrs. Owl, you are the goddess to our seas, the matador to our fiesta, the great wave off Kanagawa, the close friend to us, like Augustus J. Yeager was to Elgo. Thank you for bringing the stories behind the music we play to life through your conducting. For each work that we've played from 2020 to 2024, all have been a completely unique experience due to the background we learned from your description of them. Thank you for including singing, dancing, physical art, and experimental instrumentation in our classes, and for working to shape our minds toward creativity and innovation with your musical selections.
You tell us to never be softer than solid and never louder than lovely. Thank you for being just such an example to us. You are gentle yet firm, lovely yet powerful, and stern yet kind. No matter the circumstances, Monday or Friday, good day or bad day, you always bring your energy and a smile to make the 47 minutes of band the best it can be. Thank you for your consistent understanding and contagious passion that push us to be the best versions of ourselves, both as musicians and as people.
The liveliness you bring to the classroom is special in so many ways. As seniors, we remember ninth grade when band was faced with the unavoidable doom of the pandemic. Thank you for being unshakable. We will never forget the positivity you brought to every Zoom meeting with little yet impactful things like sharing that day's national holiday or shouting out someone's birthday, a tradition that still stands today. Besides the joys you brought to ease the distance during the pandemic, we thank you for bouncing back so quickly during our sophomore year and showing us how a band can still thrive despite being so far apart from each other in the auditorium. As musicians, we feel that we have grown so much in the years since ninth grade, and each piece and activity that you provide for us has shaped us. If we could throw all our paper snowballs at you during the annual compliment someone snowball fight, we would.
You thank us for allowing you to create and perform high-level programs, but it is truly thanks to you that we can play such impactful music year after year. You have built the IHS program into something truly unique, and we are so lucky to have been part of what you have created here.
In many rehearsals, you've mentioned famous musicians who inspired you. Aaron Copland, Leonard Bernstein, and Gustavo Dudamel, along with others. Mrs. Owl, you are that to us.
We love you.